Praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bashem Kadash. Honors to the apostles, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, principally in all other camps who teach wise words such as non-violence and the RFI teacher, keeping your lamps trimmed till the end. So this is the second part of what happened to Judas after he made a deal with the Romans that they will back him and they should back each other, and a peace treaty. 1 Maccabees 9. Furthermore, when Demetrius heard that Nicanor and his host were slain in battle, he sent Bacchides and Alcimus into the land of, these are just heathen names. Bacchides sounds like Bacchus, so it sounds like he was named after the god of wine, into the land of Judea, and the second time. Okay, so a lot of people are named after gods when they had their orgies. So say for example in England, around summertime, when they were dancing around the maypole, that heathen practice and the fertility sort of thing, they would have kind of orgies or just sex with strangers, to keep them fertile. Some say it's because Evil E is that these practices have started to occur because Evil E has a problem with fertility. Obviously, it's just how the gods like that, they're just getting down. It's probably a combination of both. But anyway, after these sort of fertility rituals, when there was a child who was born from one of these sort of orgies that they used to have, they would often name them after the gods. So that's where you get the word Robinson, because Robin was one of the sort of forest spirits of fertility, and if a child was born and no one knew who the father was, but it was conceived in one of these orgies, they would name him after the god Robin. So in England you have Robinson. I'm guessing that this Bacchides was named after Bacchus, and he could have been one of those kind of, an alchemist. Sounds like alchemy. It's just wrong. Anyway, verse 2. He went forth by the land and that leadeth to Gala, and pitched their force before Masaloth, which is in Arbela, and after they had won it, they slew much people. So, remember the Romans said they was going to back them, isn't it? Like they said, if you let's have a treaty. If you have a war, we'll come in and help you. If you don't have, and you don't help any people that we're at war with, and we'll back you in a war. So these people from Bacchides and Alchemists started to come for Jerusalem. Verse 3, also the first month of the 152nd year, they encamped before Jerusalem, from whence they removed and went to Berea, and with 20,000 footmen and 2,000 horsemen. So now they come for Jerusalem. Now Judas had pitched his tents at Elysia, and 3,000 chosen men with him, who, seeing the multitude of the other army, I think that's meant to say to be so great, were sore afraid. Whereupon many conveyed themselves out of the host, insomuch as abode of them no more than 800 men. So he originally had 2,000 men, and then a lot of them chickened out. Now I don't know whether they were of Romans or whether the Romans didn't show, but we know that Rome had one of the mightiest armies. So where was the Romans? It doesn't really say here. But when Judas therefore saw that his host slipped away, that's all of his men, chickened out, and that the battle pressed upon him, he was sore troubled in mind and much distressed, for he had no time to gather them together. So he had no time to sort of call them back, tell them not to go. Nevertheless, unto them that remained, he said, let us arise and go up against our enemies. And they went against the enemies. Verse 17. Whereas there was a sore battle, insomuch as many were slain on both parts, Judas was also killed, and the remnant fled. So, it's a short one. Never trust thine enemy. You know, like, you can't be making deals with the devil, man. You can't be hoping that they'll back you, because they won't be there for you. Let's get that scripture and then I'll shut off. Let me see if I can find it. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as thou had wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not altogether been wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Let's go back to Maccabees. It was 8, but I'm thinking go to 9 now. 10 maybe. So it was 9, wasn't it? So that was the end. It was the end of Judas. You know, Judas. He died in battle, and the battles continued on. And you know, Jerusalem was without a leader for some time. We're gonna shut off there. We're gonna come back into Second Maccabees next time.